Good morning. My name is Leanne. Welcome to Misty Mount Homestead. Today we'll be making some sourdough flatbread. We'll also be using some regular freshly milled whole wheat bread. And I like to season it with different stuff. Today I'm going to just put an Italian seasoning mix, some paprika, and onion powder. So we'll start with about 1 or 2 cups of sourdough starter. I'm not too big on measurement. It all tastes the same. But we mainly use this for making wraps with what we like is a vegan uh, chickpea. Um, it's almost like, what do you call it? Egg salad sandwich, but you use chickpeas instead of eggs. We do eat eggs here, but lately the chickens, we have some molting and some that are still too young, so we're not getting many eggs. So we have to stick with. I like to have my eggs in the weekend, so we keep them for the weekend and some for cooking. But for sandwiches and stuff like that, we'll use chickpeas, and they are actually really, really good. Be making a video on this also, and it's very, very easy to make. So okay, we got this, and um, we put about half a cup of milk. Um, we use peanut milk here, but the it was too low, so I just add some water and I add a little bit of oil to replace the fat, and we just mix that in here. Sometimes the sourdough is a little bit more liquidy, sometimes it's a little more chunky. I'm not too picky. It always seems to turn out okay anyway. So I should add the baking powder first. Okay, I'll get the baking powder. And I actually put 1 teaspoon of baking powder in there. And I say this is about a cup of flour. And then I put about like maybe between 2 and 3 cups. It depends what it feels like. And we'll put some more flour in here. I don't think I put the salt in yet first either. Okay, we'll put, how much salt do I put? 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'll take about 1 teaspoon or so of this mix. Another teaspoon of, heaping teaspoon of onion powder. And I like to give it some little kick to it, a little smoked paprika. I like this stuff. So we got that. Did I put the salt in there? I think so. Okay, we'll put another cup of flour. And we'll mix this. I think what usually I do is I mix some flour and I mix the the onion powder and the seasoning with the flour, and then you add the flour in there. It mixes better. That's what I usually do. But sometimes I get a little mixed up. So we'll just put this aside. flour is still warm a bit from just being milled. Yes, we really like to eat this with rice too. Then you just knead that little bit. Now I regret not mixing my spices before. But sometimes I'll put basil, um, garlic powder. What else can I put in there? You can put turmeric, you can put curry. And curry will be a little bit strong, I think. Oregano, that's another good one. Put some oregano. Dry herb, that is, too. Could also put some parsley, although I don't know if it's going to make a whole lot of difference in the flavor. I just like to add a little bit of flavor and color to my flatbread. And these flavors are good for you, like all these herbs. Okay, the smoked paprika, the smoked part, maybe not so much, but it just tastes so damn good. Okay, so I'll just knead this for a few minutes. And then I'm just going to put this aside, and I'm going to put the lid on it, and we'll put it aside for a few hours. You can leave it overnight in the fridge if you want to. I'll just be leaving this for maybe 2 hours on the counter at room temperature, and then I'll come back and then we'll divide it in 8 and make 8 flatbreads with it. And we'll come back later with the second part. See you in a bit. And welcome back. Okay, I end up putting this in the fridge. Uh, it's just it works better when it's in the fridge. When it's at room temperature, I find it's a bit too soft to work with. So I put it in the fridge. It's been more than a couple of hours, I think. Uh, Probably about like 3.5. But it doesn't matter. You can have it as long as you want. What we do here is we're gonna cut it in eight pieces. So what I do, I'm not making my life too complicated. It's a bit sticky. I just keep cutting in half until I got 8 pieces. So it's funny because when I make some burger buns, they actually look pretty good. They look nice round and they look good. But when I make flatbread, I'm not the best at making perfect round circle. They have character. That's how I like to see it. I like to add character to my food. So all I do really is, oh, and I still use the whole wheat to do this. I used to use white flour when it was time for this. I used to find that it was too gritty, but now I don't mind. I think it works fine. So we'll just keep rolling like this. Like I said, some people are better at make this round. My sister is good at making them round. She's the artistic of the family. I'm not. I always been more of a math person. The I don't use enough the side of the brain that is for the imagination, the creativity part. I'm more of the logical type person. But that's okay. I also noticed that when I make a video, when I watch them after on this place, if I walk on this a spot in the house, the camera moves. It's on a tripod. It's actually on the microphone tripod that Phil used to use for try to make these what do you call it, voiceover work. It just didn't turn out very well with that because he's really good at the voice thing, but the companies that they are out there to do that, they're, let's just say they're not very, I wouldn't say legit. Well, they're not criminal, but not far from it. They lie a lot, put it that way. So, well, I guess there's not much point yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on going like this. I'll keep on rolling the rest of these flatbread, and I make them about like this size. And then we'll cook them, and we'll be right back in just in a few minutes. Be back. And welcome back. Okay, and now I just rolled them all like this, and it doesn't really take long at all to cook these. You put this over like a medium heat, and I wait until I see a couple little bubbles forming, and then you flip it, and you cook it on the other side for another, or maybe a minute, 2 minutes. I never timed it. I just look at it and see what it looks like. And then what we do is we put them in, I freeze them, but I put wax paper in between each sheet. So then we can just go in the freezer and just grab one in between the wax paper. I used to keep my wax paper from the lard that I used to buy. It used to say on the label, no, not made with hydrogenated oil or fat or whatever. Anyway, that was not hydrogenated, and now they don't put this on the label anymore. So I just don't like it. So what we did last year, was it last year? Yes, or the year before, got like a big pork fat, and I rendered my own lard, and this is what we cook our fish and French fries with in real lard. I can't even remember the name of it now, but anyway, I just didn't trust that it was not hydrogenated. I can't say that, pronounce that word good enough. Maybe I should write it down on the bottom of the screen if I can figure out how to edit that. If not, bear with me. Maybe it'll be just in the description. I'll give up. One day I'll be better at editing these videos. Just bear with me. I'm not super techie and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I already lost what I was saying now. That happens a lot with me. It's unfortunate, but yeah. So we'll just get back with it with these anyway. That was the lard. Jesus, it bugs me because I'm trying to remember the name of that of that lard brand, and I just can't remember. But I still rather cook on high heat. We don't do fish fries and French fries very often, maybe once a month. And I still rather use real lard than any oil. Oil at high temperature, cooking like that, I just don't like it. But real lard and pork fat, I think it's good if you do it in moderation. I think it's good. So this is basically it, guys. So this is how long it takes to make this one. You just put it on a little rack to cool, and keep on cooking the rest. And then, like I said, I'll put them in the freezer bag, put a sheet of wax paper in between each uh, bread, and then I'll keep in the freezer for quite a while. But it doesn't, like I said, in this house, it doesn't last long enough to have any freezer buried or anything like that. But it's pretty good. I usually do that maybe every couple weeks, so we go through this maybe every 2-3 weeks, and then just do the next batch. So anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give me thumbs up, and if you like to see more videos, please subscribe and click that little notification button so that way you'll know when I publish another video. The next one, I believe, what was going to be the next one? Oh, I'm not sure what the next one's going to be yet. Or maybe Parmesan cheese. But that's a very, very quick one. So maybe we'll try Parmesan cheese. Anyway, well, thank you again for watching, and until next time, see ya.